When we were little, our parents were in control of our life. They bought us shoes and clothes and expected us to wear them. They made dinner and expected us to eat broccoli. When we got a little bit older, like in junior high, they had the final say on things still, like, no, we're not going boating on Sunday, or this weekend, we're all going to stay home and clean the house. But with each year we got older and older, we took more and more charge of our lives. For example, at 16, I bought my first car from my wages at Dairy Queen. It was a 1967 Camaro, and it cost $125. My parents were opposed and said, you can't get a good car for $125. Clearly defying their recommendation, I bought it. And it lasted over a year, and I loved that car. I did, and I wish I had it today because I could sell it for a lot more. Anyway, next came college, and I had no idea what I was doing. And neither did my parents. Neither of them had gone to college. So we were shooting in the dark. I went to a school a friend recommended, and it worked out. So I got more confident in myself by making the decision by myself. And that is true in your life today as well. The more you take responsibility in making decisions, the more confident you will become. And thereby, take over the controls of your life, because that's the reality of it. The more you take responsibility in decision making, the more you can inch by inch take over the controls of your life. I printed this out this morning, and it surprised me by printing on both sides of the paper. I was like, where's page 2? Oh, okay. I'm here today to encourage you to consciously take charge of your life. If someone asks you to do something you really don't want to do, well, saying no is an option. Even if it's to one of your parents or your partner or your business acquaintance, you still have the option to say no, which is very powerful if you know that you can say no to whatever is handed to you. It might be scary at first because you are afraid you'll make a mistake. And to that I say, so what? So what if you make a mistake? I make mistakes all the time. We all do. And that's how we learn. As an adult, I know it's okay to make mistakes. There is no perfection in our lives. I tell my children and my clients, just do the best you can, and that'll be good enough. I just finished a delightful book called, here I showed it to you, Perfect is Boring, and it tastes like kale. Highly recommended. The librarian actually gave this to me. She said, you're going to like this. I said, okay. So I went back to renew it, so Jeff would have time to read it. And she said, I got a new book for you. Okay. So I took it, and it's called What If? And so I'll let you know how that goes. Perfect is boring, so you can stop striving to get there, because you'll never make it, and it'll just be one frustration after the next, after the next. To my kids and my clients, I say, you are good enough exactly how you are. You're already got everything you need to be happy and a whole person. Let me say that again. You've already got everything you need to be a happy and whole person. One more time, say it with me with conviction. I've already got everything I need to be a happy, whole person. Let's try it again. Okay, here we go. I've already got everything I need to be a happy, whole person. I have to just claim it to activate it. I know I say this to you pretty often, but it's so important I have to say it again. This is your life. This is it. You are unique and different from every other person on the planet, which is quite a statement because there are 8,117,059,282 of us, with no exception. We all come with flaws, and you did too. Our flaws actually help us be a better person, keep us humble. What would it take for you to embrace who you are, flaws and all, and be grateful for you? What would it take for you to believe that you are perfect just the way you are, even with your flaws? If you can get the truth of that and let yourself breathe into it, your life will get better. To know, I am perfect even with my flaws. My dad was an air traffic controller for almost 50 years. His job was to tell pilots where they could expect to run into lightning and thunderstorms. And my job is to tell you there will be lightning and thunderstorms in your life. You see, we all run into the lightning and thunder in our lives. It's just part of living. Did you know that if you are experiencing lightning and thundering right now in your life, it's time to be gentle with yourself, kind? Your work is to learn to accept it instead of beating yourself up because thunder is crashing in all around you. It's a natural phenomenon of life all over the world. And I remember first learning this. I was in 5th grade. Did you know that lightning causes separation of the air masses? And when they come back together, that's the thunder. So that's how we get lightning and thunder. Now back to my first question. Who is in control of your life? Who or what is making your life rumble like thunder? And is there anything you can do about it? Literally, we don't have control over lightning and thunder that come into our lives. We can make it big or we can make it small. We can label it as good or we can label it as bad. I always try to label things that happen to me as good, a lesson that has come to teach me something. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know that's how I live my life. Always looking for the lesson. For example, my husband had a client one time who went out to her mail in a thunderstorm. She loved thunderstorms, so she didn't care that it was lightning and thunder. She went to her mailbox, and the metal in the mailbox attracted a lightning bolt that bounced over to her in her heart, and it killed her instantly. She was young. She was like in her 30s, maybe. Okay. So, life has many twists and turns, all of which we can take a moment to be grateful for. You're not able to control the weather, but you are able to control your decisions in life. I'm here to tell you to fully embrace that religion. When you come to a crossroads in your life, slow down and examine each choice. Yes, no, maybe. And then pick one that feels the best to you. This is how we take control of our lives, by stopping at the crossroads, considering what the directions are. I could go left, or I could go right, or I could go straight ahead. Life has many twists and turns, all of which we can take a moment and be grateful for. say thank you to God, thank you to the universe for our lives, for the twists and turns, for the lightning and thunders. Thank you. We're not able to control the weather, but we are able to control our decisions in life. I'm here to tell you to fully embrace that reality. When you come to a crossroad in your life, slow down and examine the options. There'll be one that's good and one that's kind of good and one that's bad. Examine each option and then pick the one that feels best to you. This is how we take control of our life. By stopping at the crossroads and making a conscious choice, whether to go left or right or straight ahead. And remember, once you make a decision, own it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, then make another decision. You're still in charge. Your life is not over. You are in charge of making your decisions in your life the best you can. I'm here to tell you this truth. This is hard to take, but it's true. You are never going to be perfect. Never. You're not. But you are always going to be the perfect person to live your life fully. Wholeheartedly, messily, brokenly, joyfully. I, for one, am going to celebrate every time you enter the arena. Win, lose, it doesn't matter. Look how frickin' brave you are to face it at all. I have a friend who just moved to San Marcos by herself. Her husband died last year, and she wants a new start. I salute her. If I were in her position, would I be that brave? Brave enough? Would you be brave enough to leave all your friends and family and go to a new city? Maybe, but maybe not. I say both are valid choices. The main thing is to learn to be true to yourself. You don't have to do something because other people are doing it. You can be a renegade and do something completely out of the norm. For example, I went to a piano recital here a couple of days ago where 27 students performed. It was terrific, and it reminded me of a childhood dream I had to learn to play the piano. But we didn't have a piano. My parents couldn't afford one. So when I first rented my own apartment, I bought myself a piano. Now we have a baby grand downstairs and an upright upstairs and an electric piano with all however many keys are in there. I don't know where it is, but I want you to take away today the fact that you have the power of influence in your life. If things aren't going well, make another decision. Say, well, I love in the Indian, they say it doesn't matter how far you have gone down the wrong path, turn around. Go back, start again. I love that. Are you making decisions in your life that influence your own behaviors and that come in the course of events? And now I want to end with a simple prayer. You can close your eyes if you want. Dear God, higher power, we say thank you to you for this wonderful life that we have been given. Let us cherish each moment, each interaction with another, each challenge, and to always remember that we must know ourselves, trust ourselves, and be brave enough to step forward in ourselves, gathering people together and contributing to the healing of the world. May it be so for each one of you. And I say, blessed be. Amen.